If you sincerely enjoy my work and want to donate, feel free to use the PayPal link down below this video in the YouTube channel, or you can scan these QR codes. Thank you for joining me today. Hello again, I'm brschultz. Thank you for joining me. It is Friday, January 3rd. The swing trade peak came in right on time, right on schedule. The futures had like a 120-point reversal from yesterday's low. Pretty amazing, pretty astounding. I don't always understand how it's going to play out, and I can't always get every jot and tittle of the market, but always impressive when it performs. So I picked up a lot of flack from one or two users who like to trash talk me, so it's nice to let the model defend itself, right? So I always, people are come in from time to time and try to trash talk the model right off the bat, say I'm a scam artist, things like that. But it's really nice when I call January 3rd peak out forever with the model and see all these types of signs in the model, and then get trash talked. The model gets trash talked, and then MJ steps onto the court and really plays well. So we saw a huge move up in the market today, and again, I'm looking at the futures SPX500 USD. I think we hit 58.40 yesterday morning, January 2nd, and we hit 59.60 today. So 120 point swing, right? So the model was spectacular, almost a twofold win for the model. And I want to show you today in the swing trade model where it showed up. Because originally my green wave was the model I was trying to use to predict peaks and things of that nature. So I want to show you how it showed up in the swing trade model and where the next low is on January 13th. And then each of the presentations, what I want to do for you is I want to keep the December 2027 macro peak in markets slide in all my presentations. So obviously, so the model gets credit if it comes true. And then obviously for those that do want to donate eventually, maybe if there's a huge macro peak and they make tons of money, maybe they would be more generous. Obviously, if I stay consistent, show a consistent story, show that there's huge value in my work, that's the goal, right? Maximize shareholder value or video value, and then maximize donations coming in at the calls. So hopefully you really enjoyed seeing January 3rd's market play out, and then I want to show you that in the model, and then I want to show you the January 10th, 13th low in the swing trade model. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. As always, if you haven't subscribed, you can feel free to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me if you'd share my work with other traders, other people, friends, acquaintances, enemies, things like that, frenemies. Yeah, it would mean a lot to me. And I think right here you have a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 count on the swing trade model, showing that there'd be some type of peak in the markets or high value point in the markets on January 3rd. And that's why I went long yesterday morning, and then the market got its stuffing beat out of it, and then it came back, and I still was able to exit the trade at a small profit or break even. So that's not too bad. And hopefully some of you were blown away by the model's ability to predict the market movement today. On January 3rd, I've been stating it for a long time that there'd be a high or strength in markets, a peak in markets on January 3rd. That's exactly what came to pass here today, so that was pretty astounding. It's fun to be able to keep your word, right? Especially in predicting markets. A lot of people think you can't predict markets, and so that's fair, but hopefully I prove that the model has quite an uncanny ability to predict market movements in the future. And if you go on my blog at brschultzgoldwave.wordpress.com, you can see that my model has always been that historical data predicts the future. And hopefully after a few of these, you are starting to believe it. And again, all my models are made in Excel, so if you like my work, please feel free to donate. If you want to even donate $7.77 on swing trade days, if you enjoy my work and enjoy the entertainment value of it, that would mean a lot to me. It doesn't have to be a huge donation, even if it's $5, $7, $10, just to go get a Pepsi or cigar over the weekend. That's always fun. I don't mind it. I wish me a happy new year. I appreciate everyone that ever donates, so don't ever feel like your gift isn't warmly welcomed. I'm never sure what to do either. Am I supposed to comment every time someone donates? You can feel free to leave your comments in the section down below the YouTube video. Do you want me to reply back to you when you donate? A lot of people say good work, keep it up, which I'm very appreciative of. I'm trying to do that and trying to keep a very high value level in my work that wealth managers and hedge fund managers and very wealth account managers can use my work, or at least utilize my work in conjunction with their models, because I'm not a licensed financial professional in any way, shape, or form. So that's kind of my goal. But I want to provide something that was free of charge to anyone. Anyone can donate. I want to do this full time someday. So that's why I'm trying to do this over the next 5 years. Is trying to see if I can get enough donations, get enough followers, subscribers. So that's why, if you really enjoy my work, please share my work. Obviously, if I can grow a subscriber base, that would hopefully also increase donations over time. So then if I can get sustainable work and value out to the viewer, then hopefully I can get sustainable donations, maybe over a 3 to 5 year stretch, and then I can start choosing whether or not I want to do this full time and step away from my full-time job. So it's in your hands, and hopefully it's in the model's hands as well, right? I need to perform rather well. So I exited my long position here at the day's end with about an hour, 45 minutes left in the trading day. So model proved itself, right? Model proved itself. Was a pretty tricky trade, honestly, and early in the morning didn't look like it was going to do much, and then all of a sudden we closed the day on the futures at least about 70 points higher, over 1%. So right on target with what the expectation was. Sorry, I don't always understand how it's going to play out with the moving averages and things like that. I was thinking that we might even get up to 6,000 today, because that's where the 34-day moving average is on the SPX500 USD, but never got there. But I think we're going to turn lower now in the markets, and let's look at the next graph. And this is a 10-minute model, so that's why you see the 10-minute in blue there. This is the 10-minute bottom version. You can see a 1, 2, 3 count going out to, again, that January 10th to 13th. So I think that's where the next low is going to be in markets. Again, this is my pivot model, my swing trade model. So I think the next swing trade low will be on January 10th or 13th, somewhere in there. Pretty easy peasy, huh? Lemon squeezy. So, yep, feeling generous. Want to throw $7.77 or something thereof. Feel free. I'd like to keep it low because that gets people that don't have a lot of money, interested in maybe even donating, and hopefully there's a lot of people that donate a lot more than $7.77, but I've always hopefully try to keep more humble approach in donations, and the more people get used to giving, the more people, if they make a lot of money, they'll hopefully give over time, or donate over time. So that's the goal. I want to give them my best, and hopefully it grows people's value in their indicators, helps people refine their indicators, maybe fine-tune some of their indicators, and then hopefully my work provides good support. Again, I'm not a licensed professional in any way, shape, or form, and investing bears risk, so please speak with a financial investor prior to investing. And all right, so I'm going to move on to my macro models real quick too, to keep those in the mix every presentation. So obviously the model gets credit before anyone else tries to take credit for calling market peaks. Okay, so this is one of the models that I have demonstrating that I believe that there's going to be a sizable macro bottom in markets in mid-late March, and I think that's where the final bottom is. And then we'll move on to the next slide to show you where the macro peak is in markets, I believe. I believe after the market bottoms in March of 2025, I believe we will see a grand peak in markets in December of 2027 or January 2028. Again, that's all based off of the gold wave model, and I've backtested this. This showed a peak in the markets in February 2020. It showed a peak, I think, in late 2007. So this type of setup is pretty interesting. It's able to call macro peaks in the markets, and I think even called July of 2024 as the peak in markets. So it's a pretty amazing setup once I finally stumbled upon its ability at the top. So that's basically where it's pointing out for the macro peak in markets. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, I'm Brschultz Schultz. Have a great weekend. If you want to donate some money for Michael Jordan jersey for me, Michael Jordan shoes, Michael Jordan hat, Michael Jordan shirt, or cigar, Gatorade, feel free. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you follow my work. Bye. So hopefully you've enjoyed my show today. Warning, this is all forecast use only. Come here. You want to read this for me? What does that say? Forecast?
Forecast.
Use?
Use only.
Only. Right. And what's this say?
Warning.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I am not
A licensed investment professional. That's Latin. So say caveat emptor. Seek professional advice prior to investing. Investing bears risk
of
financial
loss.
Very good. And so basically this is saying if you ever try to invest in stocks or anything else, you could lose money. Warning, warning, warning. And all my graphs are subject to change. And not all the results are not always the same. Yeah. Thank you for reading for me.
You're welcome.
And that's it for today. I'm B.R. Schultz. Until next time, take care.